Digital Foundry accidentally exposed the Xbox Series X. If you'd like to know how, smack a like on this video because I'm getting to the point right now. Simply put, they showed the Xbox 360 games on the back compat program able to run a locked 60 FPS without any frame dips whatsoever. However, the story changes when you go over to the Xbox One. Then you see frame dips down into even the mid 50s, and honestly speaking, that's not the locked 60 FPS I think everybody was looking forward to for this generation. This kind of makes me worry about the future of the 4K 120 being promised. Just how low are these frame dips going to go under that uncapped 120 FPS frame rate? Now, some people don't care. Some people are happy that they have 120 FPS at all, and that's great. But honestly speaking, I think that speaks to a broader story of this being more in line with the 20 series GPU than anybody on the Xbox side of things are willing to admit at this point in time. The reality is it has some performance issues with Xbox One games that are old. So you can only imagine once you start cranking up the file sizes with ray tracing and all these variable rate shaders and so on and so forth, the next gen technologies that will eat up file sizes and make things more demanding and require more power, you're going to run into some more frame dips or even just lowering the overall resolution altogether to try to pull off some nifty tricks like 120. So honestly, I don't really know if that's the route I would vouch for. I don't know if that's something I would be interested in personally, but that's just something that I just kind of picked up on immediately and was like, well, no, wait a minute. Another thing, though, for you Xbox fanatics to kind of think about before you buy the Xbox, it's not actually going to be $500. See, the console itself is just $500, but then they have this proprietary SSD, and you're going to have to buy it because the reality is you have games like Call of Duty Cold War eating up 100 gigabytes, so get ready to buy that proprietary SSD, driving that $500 machine up even further, well above $600, I'd imagine, especially once you start looking at games. This gen, they're looking to up the price to $79.99, and unlike PC gamers like myself, you don't have the ability of buying from multiple market sources. You only have Xbox Marketplace and a retailer, and they're going to charge you full price. So honestly, I think it's a really bad time to be a console gamer because you're about to get raked through the coals under the guise of this next gen nonsense, especially once they start talking about HDMI 2.1. And then people are buying TVs for these new gaming consoles that are having frame dips on just Xbox One games. I think the story becomes you might want to wait until these consoles release before you start making serious investments. And that's why I'm making this video, because again, I do see a lot of people asking, what's a great HDMI 2.1 TV? It's great to have it. So by all means, if that's what you're after, go for it. But honestly speaking, I wouldn't hold my breath on expecting even above 2080 Ti performance. You're not going to get to that level, and to expect that for a fraction of the cost is just unrealistic, especially at this point in time. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching the #1 brand in honesty, and until the next video, I'll see you guys later.